Welcome back to Nice Gambia. Welcome back to another incredible video. Right now we are here with our well-qualified Gambian welder man, and today we are here to showcase a Gambian who is doing great. And right now we'll be engaging with the main man. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam wa rahmatullah, my brother.
Yeah, can you introduce yourself?
Yes, that's very good. My name is Babukar Jalo. I'm a welder man now, but also a high school graduate also, and also a native and descendant of Wellingara as well.
So,
Yeah.
so Mr. Jallo, today we come to your workshop to showcase the wonderful work you are doing as a young welder man. What inspired you into welding?
Thank you very much. That will be a very important question. I am inspired to do this job because I believe in self-reliance. And by believing in self-reliance, you have to have a skill work, working for yourself. I also believe in promoting youths to become something tomorrow, because it is easier when you train them for a particular job, then that makes them free, that makes life easier for themselves, and that makes it easy for them to contribute in their socio-economic development and in the socio-economic development of their nation. That's why I'm very inspired in works of this magnitude. Yeah.
That's very important. As you said earlier, you are a high school graduate.
Correct.
After graduation, you just jump into this skills work, or you went to somewhere else and trained the job.
Thank you very much. As another important question, I started the welding job when I sat for my common entrance. That was around 1999, 2000. Then I started the welding job alongside my upper basic school in grade 7, and I did it simultaneously until when I graduated back in 2005. And when I graduated, I still pursue the same job, the welding job. I went to GTTI to study engineering principle. I studied engineering principle for 3 years, and that means I have studied certificate and diploma. And I'm proud also to say I was part of those students who also passed the City and Guilds exams on the engineering principle. Yeah.
Right now, you are at your very workshop that is owned by you or somebody else.
The workshop is mine, and to your surprise, this is not the only one. This is the workshop A. We have a workshop B somewhere around Tauto, around Yundum. We have a combined apprentice of almost 30 apprentices. Yeah, but most of them are also students, because to whom much is given, much is expected.
So,
I was learning the job when I was a student, and that's why I give chance to most of the students who are willing to be learning and then also training the skills simultaneously. Yeah.
that's interesting.
Yeah.
So, for how long you have started operating in your own workshop as a welder man?
Important. I have started operating here since 2010, up to date. That is for the workshop A. The workshop B also has been operating since around 2018.
So,
Yes. This one we started this one from 2010. That is for the workshop A, and the workshop B began in 2018.
2018.
Yes.
And both of them are progressed.
Of course, they are making a lot of progress. Even if the progress is not financial, but then the social progress is what is more important. Because we are having a lot of young Gambians acquiring the skills. That's the most important thing. And we also have graduates now, many who also have their workshops. Some are here in the country, and some are not in the country. Some are in our neighboring countries, some are in the diaspora also. That is something we are proud of.
So,
Yeah.
as you said, the workshop is progressing very well. And now, what are you focusing on the future?
Thank you very much. Looking at the number we have there now and the trust entrusted to us, we are looking forward to maximize this into a national company where hundreds of Gambians can train the skills and then serve our dear motherland. That is our ultimate priority for now. Yeah.
So have you registered your business?
Of course, we are a registered business. We are a registered entity now, and that is another thing that we are really proud of. As far as we are Gambians, um, uh, we should be law-abiding, and also we should be tax-paying. You understand? That's why we decided to register and operate as a qualified entity, so that we can serve our nation in the manner at which it is suitable. Yeah.
So right now, do you have any project that is in your hand, or before, did you have any project that you run for someone?
I don't understand the question. A project like,
Work, somebody who give you work.
of course, of course. That is continuous. We've been entrusted by many, and we have a lot of projects now working for some of our old friends. And right now we have 3, 4 projects running, like the one you took some of the pictures. It's a project owned by a sister of mine, not from the same blood, but somebody who were from the same village here. Because we've done so many jobs together, despite them being outside, still they are entrusting our services.
So,
Yeah.
as a young man, as a young welder man, what are the difficulties that you are encountering when we come to welding?
There are many difficult challenges. Young welders in our country facing a lot of challenges, because all what we've seen is people trying to operate by themselves. Like the number I just gave you, around 30 people feeding,
Apprentice.
yes, 30 apprentices feeding them on daily basis is a constraint.
Most definitely.
And then you have to make sure the type of knowledge they are acquiring is also given the standard. And not me alone, but many young Gambian welders or skilled workers are facing the same problem. We do not have, of course, we have ministries by name looking into these matters, but are the matters being looked at where it should be looked at, or how it should be looked at, or how it should be monitored? The government have to step in and then work with some youths who are trying hard to implement how to call it, some of these social things into reality. Because you need to help. But not help. We are not saying government to give us money. We do not want them to give us money, but let them give us the jobs that they are giving to others to do that we can do. I think that's the most important thing. Let them give us good jobs that will earn us something that makes it easy for us to pay the tax normally, and it makes it easy for those who are training to continue training. It makes us also feel that this government is looking into its youths, both today and tomorrow.
So,
So these are some of the constraints we are facing. And then also there should be also a market. A market must also be created for all those people who are trying to create some skill jobs, be it welding or other for carpentry also or whatsoever. There must be the government must look into a market where these things they are making can be valued and also can be sold and also can be prioritized. Because if Gambians doesn't prioritize what they have, they will definitely prioritize somebody's property.
most definitely.
Because we've seen people buying doors at 50s of thousands when a young Gambian can just do it at a lesser price. That's what I'm talking about. So we have to try to promote each other. Otherwise, the financial constraints and other constraints alike will definitely discourage most of the youths.
Sure.
Yeah.
So, did you ever have any help from the government or any stakeholder?
That hasn't happened yet since we've started operating. Sometimes some people will come here for assessing and then mentioning a few, oh, this is what we plan to do and this is what we want to do, but maybe that's the last time you're going to see them. And this is not what we are looking for. I'm also suggesting that like here, I'm operating at West Coast region. I'm paying my taxes to the fullest. But what is West Coast region doing or giving back to the young Gambian taxpayers, particularly those who are skilled workers. Do they try to know when they have good season or they have off season? Because where you pay your taxes, as you understood, if there is a situation where there's an off season, you haven't made too much, that also should be noted and should be ratified. And then, but those are the understandings we are looking for, but we are not having them here. And the Gambian needs that. Now we pay to GRA, we pay to Brickham Area Council, but mark my word, I have been here since 2010. But even the dumps here, the mallets, for people to understand, we pay for that on daily basis. Are they being fair to us?
No.
They are not. And these are some of the constraints that you have, because you are dealing with people. They only come to you when they need your money. After you have paid to them, they don't want to know how else you feel. And I want these things to be looked into. And I believe I have shared the same feeling with most of these skilled workers around town. Yeah.
So you are very true. Oh, so you know, welding is a field whereby you need machines every time. You have moderns, you know, things, you know. So what are the machines that you are using?
Thank you very much. Looking at the welding of the 21st century, you need state-of-the-art machineries. I mean machines, to be able to create remarkable designs that will fit into today's market. We're looking at the market here in Gambia and what we earn on a yearly basis or on daily basis. Without me mentioning it, it is difficult for you to have those machines. So that's where the government have to chip in. Maybe you can compile one welder, 2, 3, 4, or in a form of something, and bring some machines and create a place where they can do this, and or you understand. When I need this design, I can go there at the designer complex and have it designed. I pay at a lesser cost, so the government makes money, we make money. But these are all things we don't have here, and these machines is a problem. Nowadays, there are latest machines that are needed for welding, and they makes the job easier, and they makes it neater, and they makes it more marketable. But without, beyond the shadows of doubt, that is the problem that most of the welders have here. Yeah.
So your apprentices, you mentioned earlier, some of them are students. They are still going to school.
Correct.
So how do you cope with them?
Actually, as I told you, it is very difficult because I understood when I was going to school too, you are given a particular job, you have to finish the job, let's say by 1400 hours. And now you have to go to school by 1300 hours. It is always difficult for the boss because a job is supposed to be finished at this time, but unfortunately, the one who should take care of it have to leave for school, and that gap is there. But also, it's a mutual understanding because if you don't help them, they will go astray. Because many have already have the feeling of this job that this is even better than the school I am going to. They have noticed that because what we learn in our schools today is just language; it's not skills. So it is very difficult having apprentices that go to school because it's not any time that you need them they are available.
Sure.
And work is always available. And then you have to double up sometimes. Sometimes if that gap happens, then you have to work overtime to fix those holes. But to me, it's so difficult, but I take on those challenges because I think our country's youth needs skill work more than anything, because Gambia is losing a lot of money in that sector to other countries, and it is rectifiable, and that's why I will do everything possible to help some of them, despite it being so difficult to be on the line before they graduate to high school. They must have acquired knowledge that could also take them in other parts of the world. Yeah.
So as a young man, being a welder man for the past years, so what are the benefits in this welding?
Good. Everything I earned today, I earned that in welding. Because I worked as a civil servant for 3 years. But that is most of the bad experience I have. I realized that because I am a skilled worker, I realized that those 3 years that was more of a job to me because I know already how much I should earn in the month. You understand? But when I left that, I came back to my workshop and continued my job. Now I live at my own compound. And I'm taking care of many things, thank God. It has a lot of benefit because if you're a skilled worker, you are not controlled by anybody. You understand? You are also a free man to do what you want to do. And you also meet your family at a given time. It is not like you are working for somebody, you are expected to arrive in the office at this time. If you don't arrive at this time, okay, this is going to be removed from your salary. No, we don't have that. So we don't have those problems. The benefits are too high, and definitely that's where I am paying for my students' school tuition fee, and that's how I am sustaining myself and my family. And it's the only business I have as far as I know. So there is a lot of benefits also in it. Sure.
You know, most of the Gambian youths, what they believe is that, they believe in going to Europe than sitting here in the country doing the skills work. What advice do you have for them?
The advice I have for them, I am a clear testimony of that because I have made some time also in the Western world. I was in the Europe and in some parts of the Scandinavia, but what I only realize is only work that can move us to the next level. There are works that they don't want to do here. Mark my word, when they go there, they will do works worse than that. So it's better we start the work here and believing in ourselves, because all those countries we are going to, there is no miracle. It's all about working and working hard to achieve their goals. And the same thing applies here. I believe if you all come together and believe that our country can only be built by us, then yes, we can do it. We can do it. Because what I have acquired here, as far as I'm doing this job, I did not get it when I was outside the Gambia. And those also coming from outside, most of them also know that we are doing well, because some of them will tell you, had I known, I would have done this. So my advice to the Gambian youths, of course, going to travel outside out of curiosity is not a problem, it's open. But don't believe that you can only make it when you go outside the country. Start it here. We have seen others coming from somewhere doing it here. Why not us? Why not us? So let's have the belief in ourselves. My advice to them is to believe in themselves and believe that this country can never be built by foreigners or whatsoever. Only Gambians can do.
Thank you very much, Mr. Jallo, for having you today on Nice Gambia platform. And we would like you to share your numbers to the people out there, so that if anyone is having a job, welding job, he can easily contact you. As I said earlier, he's a young Gambian who is reliable and trustworthy. So share your number, Jallo.
Thank you very much for having me. My numbers are 790-1220, 390-1220.
Say it again.
790-1220, 390-1220.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Call him and talk to him live and direct.